Welcome to Merrick's Dabbling Path. Hey everyone, today I'm gonna read for you 21 Principles written by Miyamoto Musashi. It's also known as the Dokkōdō. Miyamoto Musashi was one of the greatest Japanese samurai, and this was written a week before he died in the year 1645. Number 1. Accept everything just the way it is. 2. Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. 3. Do not, under any circumstances, depend on a partial feeling. 4. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. 5. Be detached from desire your whole life long. 6. Do not regret what you have done. 7. Never be jealous. 8. Never let yourself be saddened by separation. 9. Resentment and complaint are appropriate neither for oneself nor others. 10. Do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. 11. In all things, have no preferences. 12. Be indifferent of where you live. 13. Do not pursue the taste of good food. 14. Do not hold on to possessions you no longer need. 15. Do not act following customary beliefs. 16. Do not collect weapons or practice with weapons beyond what is useful. 17. Do not fear death. 18. Do not seek to possess either goods or fiefs for your old age. 19. Respect Buddha and the gods without counting on their help. 20. You may abandon your body, but you must preserve your honor. And the last one, 21. Never stray from the way. Coming back to the first point, accept everything just the way it is. Focus on what you can control, not what you cannot. Some things just cannot be changed and must be accepted just the way they are. There's no point living in denial about your current circumstances or your past. Do not have a very rigid worldview. You need to be flexible in your understanding. 2. Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. Do not get emotionally attached to pleasure. Pleasure for the pleasure's sake lowers your level as a human and makes you more animalistic. If you do not understand the previous point, think of people who are addicted. Pleasure in itself will not fulfill you. Satisfaction is secondary to purpose. Happiness is a byproduct of achievement, self-understanding, and calmness. Pleasure has to be earned, and if you chase pleasure for the sake of pleasure, you will feel good without earning the rights to it. 3. Do not under any circumstances depend on a partial feeling. If things are not crystal clear, then wait for them to become so. Kind of believing in something is not the same as believing in something. This includes self-belief. Some things require 100% conviction. If you feel unsure, you need to take a step back to refine and rethink your plan. 4. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. Create a working model of the world and constantly improve it as you gain more knowledge and experience. Pay attention to what's around you and seek wisdom from everywhere. If you maintain a light sense of yourself, you will find it easier to move on and move beyond. You're more adaptable to change, and in everything your ability to change and thrive sets you apart from the rest. Do not become a self-absorbed person, it only blinds your judgment. 5. Be detached from desire your whole life long. The point is, you should not chase your dreams, but live your life as it unfolds. Goals are great, but don't let them determine your happiness. Everyone has desire. Don't get so attached to them that you lose perspective. An attachment to desire leaves you open to manipulation and mistakes. 6. Do not regret what you have done. If you feel guilty over something, make a note of it and learn from that mistake. But never hold regrets over it. It only slows you down without helping the situation. You cannot change the past. Life should not be about regrets. Regret is a wasted emotion, a sunken cost. 7. Never be jealous. Jealousy is a trap because bonds are infinite. Get inspired, not jealous. Jealousy is a waste of time. Instead, spend your energy on doing things that you can control and let the rest take care of itself. 8. Never let yourself be saddened by separation. Attachment is different from love. Separation is inevitable. People come and go. Men and women live and die. If you keep them close to your heart, they will always be near you. 9. Resentment and complaint are appropriate, neither for oneself or others. Complaining about things or hating people is counterproductive. Instead, be neutral, let things be, and move forward. 10. Do not let yourself be guided by the feelings of lust or love. Both lust and love affect your judgment adversely. People sacrifice everything, money, reputation, and freedom, in a moment of lust and desire. A quote by Saint Augustine: complete abstinence is easier than perfect moderation. 11. In all things, have no preferences. Sticking to only what you know makes you a fish in a small pond. You can have favorites, but what you shouldn't have is a closed mind. Be open to new experience and try new things. If you don't experience your new, then what's the point of living? 12. Be indifferent of where you live. If you're happy, it does not matter where you're living, in a palace or a jungle. You can move if you don't like where you are, but eventually you'll realize it's all the same. And as per the Chinese scholar Confucius, remember, no matter where you go, there you are. 13. Do not pursue the taste of good food. Food is just a way to get nutrition and energy. Taste is secondary. The main purpose and function of food is to maintain the body. Do not hold on to possessions you no longer need. The more you carry, the more clutter you have in your life. Things you own end up owning you. Try to be satisfied with less and more grateful for it. 15. Do not act following customary beliefs. Think for yourself. Think with a critical and analytical mind. Do not be blinded by culture and the herd mentality. Just because everyone else is doing something doesn't make it a good idea. And similarly, just because no one does it doesn't make it a bad idea. Discover your own truth. 16. Do not collect weapons or practice with weapons beyond its usefulness. Musashi seemed to prioritize specialization over being a generalist. However, Musashi wrote this in 1645 in a world without automation and technology. In the modern day, code and machines can do specialized tasks for us. Today, being multidisciplinary seems to be a better approach. Nonetheless, the advice is to master what you need and not distract yourself with unnecessary tools and gadgets. 17. Do not fear death. The one thing we all share in common is death. Treat life like you treat a sparring match. Be unafraid, calm, and focused. We are all dead in the long run. Being afraid of it accomplishes nothing. A quote by the Greek scholar Epicurus is, "Why should I fear death? If I am, then death is not. If death is, then I am not. Why should I fear that which can only exist when I do not?" 18. Do not seek to possess either goods or fiefs for your old age. There are much better things you can be doing than lusting after objects. What good are valuable possessions when you are gone? They are for this life, but nothing more. If you spend your days planning and saving for your retirement, your present life becomes compromised by thinking about the future, and your future life becomes compromised by dwelling on the past. 19. Respect Buddha and the gods without counting on their help. We've heard this before. God helps those who can help themselves. Never depend on luck. People who rely on luck fail because they have no plan. Always strive to do the best you can. 20. You may abandon your body, but you must preserve your honor. While you should not regret anything you've done, this does not mean you do dishonorable things. Never do something that isn't compatible with your eternal code of ethics. 21. Never stray from the way. Each of us walks a path that is uniquely our own. We have less time than we think. We grow older and weaker, and our energy levels will go down. We do not have a second, and we should not waste our time. A quote by Musashi: "The only reason a warrior is alive is to fight. The only reason a warrior fights is to win."